Had I known I should have been more like that before, that would have increased my confidence and my ability myself way sooner. Okay. So that actually leads me back to my top 5 reasons why I believe you should be following me and or getting into astrology. Mak3awish, man. It's Mak3awish, ma'am. Mak3awish, damn. Welcome to the House of Aquarius Podcast. This is the first episode. I'm your host, Ricky Wallace, but from here on out, refer to me as Mak3awish. I like my Mak3awish internet handle way better. I come in here like, yo, make a wish in the house. Let's go, guys. Woo! Okay? So, this is another astrology podcast. I know you guys have seen many, heard many, okay? But unlike those other podcasts, I think this one might be one of your favorites. Not because I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be personally more fulfilling, okay? Because I listened to a few podcasts while I was trying to dive deeper in my journey, okay? Because I'm still diving deep in my journey here. And as I continue diving deeper in my journey for my own self, actualization, I want to share that experience with you guys to get you more vital information so it can apply to you in your lives more regularly, okay? So like I said, unlike these other podcasts I've been listening to, which no disrespect to anyone out there podcasting doing this stuff, because everyone has their highs and lows and preferences, all that stuff. I like my stuff very, very detailed and direct and concise. Which there are some people who are really dry doing that, which that's actually up my alley. And I also like things to be nice, fun, and cordial and jovial and you know what I'm saying? All that fun shit. But some are a little over the top. And I'm going to try and see if I can find a nice direct balance without being too far out and about everywhere, but just giving the information that really is applicable to you in your regular life, okay? So I'm already setting the bar pretty high, and I hope you guys keep me accountable because I want to reach that bar. Because a little bit about me, I've always had this itch, this hankering for helping people out, okay? Sometimes a little more than what I should. Not really sometimes. There was a lot of times when I overextended myself to help people out, okay? Give you guys though some hints into what I possibly am, or further into me. We'll talk about that a little later. Maybe this episode, maybe next episode. Or we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, okay? But I've always had the urge to help people out no matter what, okay? So when I found astrology, this is like one of the things that I felt. It's only been a couple years. Only a couple years ago since I found astrology. So I'm not really deep. I'm not a deep 18, 24-year lifelong astrologer, But I am now focusing my attention on getting deeper into this. Because I want to. The information that I've learned so far, being at, I still want to say I'm not top level, but I'm not too far from the top. Has been so informative for me and my friends and how I view things, and how I look at people, and how I take things in now, And so the ideologies that I got from this so far, I have to share with the world, okay? And now I have to focus on getting better at this because people I'm talking to about this on the streets, my friends, and random strangers in the elevator shaft, you know what I'm saying? They don't be hearing me when I be saying some things. I don't be going to like the North Nodes or the Midheavens, stuff like that, or the third degree aspects and return to Saturn, Mercury type thing. I ain't going that far down. I'm just talking like top level, like maybe just like top 4 or 5 things off the top, big three, Mercury, Venus, that kind of stuff. Like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. What the fuck you doing to me, dog? Oh, by the way, if you don't like explicit words and that kind of stuff, I apologize in advance for your ear holes, because that's gonna come. A number I made off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's close to accurate, okay? And then, like, you hop around online, you see a whole bunch of things being passed around saying, oh, the Capricorn, the Sagittarius, and these people love these things, or they hate women, or they beat this thing, like those kind of things. Like, there's more to the game than just the sun sign, which I know a lot of people do know that, a lot of people don't care about that. But I'm not directly targeting you guys for that. The people I want are the ones who want to use astrology to make their life better, okay? And if you're not on that camp yet, I'm gonna try and throw that real in to bring you back over here, though, because I want you to sit down and understand for a little bit. This podcast, I'm going to show people and teach people and bring them the goodness of the relationships that can be further strengthened, brought brand new into their life because of astrology. I'm very analytical, and I look at astrology from a very human personality, psychological aspect, okay? Dynamic. I love this. Like, everywhere I go, I ask people about their signs because I like to see how my energies and how I'm bouncing things on off of people, how common that is within certain signs, and who I have a better relationship with naturally because of my sign. Those kind of small things, okay? Like, I don't expect everyone to walk around with a big badge on saying, yo, my big three, come talk to me. Don't expect that shit ever, okay? But in the meantime, the people that, like I talked about, like my good co-workers, the people who get a little further into this, my great friends, I can understand better our relationship and how I can improve upon that, My kids, like, I'm stepping too far into the thing I'm saying, but these are vital things of these relationships. This is what I'm gonna be focused on. This podcast is gonna be focusing on the relationship aspect of astrology. Okay. Yeah, just gonna be some dating here too. I'm pretty sure it'll be some romance. How to pick up a Pisces. You know what I'm saying? How to win over that Aries waitress you keep talking to every day. Those kind of small things. We're going to cover that kind of stuff here. Okay, that's going to be a given. All right. Maybe even wellness. Like, I don't know the full depth or how far I'm going to go into expanding into the relationships of this, but I know there's a whole big plethora of stuff to tackle here. Okay, so we're going to be going through this for quite some time. And speaking of time, I'm always trying to not make these too long, especially when I'm talking my regular. Let's go weekly. The main weekly one, okay? Those are going to be like more informational, educational. So, like, let's say you want to talk about Pisces for one day. We're going to talk about the Pisces sun sign or whatever. Those are the things that want to happen. It's going to be very, very detailed and analytical for that. So if you want to hear that, you just click that certain one. You're like, all the information that I wanted about Pisces. Well, not all of it, but for that sun sign. Boom, right there. Like I'm saying. If you got questions, comments, hit me in the comments. And that's what I said about the podcast. And the other one too, I would be gladly answering any questions that are available or asked of me, okay? And especially when you deal with the whole relationship situation. I'm not going to try and dive too deep into, like, how my Cap Sun, Scorpio Moon, Pisces rising goes with this other three comments, oh, this place is stellium. Couldn't get the word out. Like those three, I can't go too far into that for this question, but I would gladly hit some things up. Okay, give you something reasonable to work with. And if not that, I will gladly let you know, hey, I will get back to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still going through this journey. And you guys go down with the journey with me. Because as I know more about this, I'm going to report this, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be that boy at the corner, like, woohoo! Got what you need right here. You know what I'm saying? The information, I got that. What you need, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, all that thing. Like I said, I'm always gonna try to keep these within reason. I mean, unless I'm doing like, if I ever get to the point of bringing people on the show, maybe it could be like most regular shows should be somewhere between 12 to 25 minutes, depending how long-winded I get. I can be long-winded. I apologize in advance. Because I don't apologize for being long-winded, but I'm getting old, man. You know what I'm saying? This rocking chair is, ooh, boy, ooh, gets comfortable. But yeah. Let me check my itinerary for a second because I gotta see what else is going on. Because yeah, one of the biggest things that I know I'm going to be attacking is going to be I'm going to be going through the signs. Okay, that's a given. Obviously, that's a given. Okay, I'm gonna try and break down the basic things. I'm trying to get you to like literally 2 weeks before I was here in my actual education. Okay, we're gonna go across the sun signs. We're gonna hit them in full details, okay? We're gonna go across the moon signs. If you weren't ready for that yet, surprise, there's moon signs too. It's not just sun signs. We're gonna hit the ascendant sign / rising sign. We're gonna hit that too. You know what I'm saying? The big three. I mean, I'm just getting all these spoilers. If you guys weren't ready for it, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. You know, I'm gonna go through these things. I'm gonna hit the Mercury's, the Venus. I'm gonna hit some things. I'm gonna just go through because I feel all those right there because they are very, very important. Okay, very, very important for relationships and understanding how to better prepare yourself about how to do relationship stuff. Okay, but yeah. So actually, yeah, I'll just think about that. And yeah, so this probably be like definitely once a week, podcast a week, maybe 2 times a week, depending on how many questions I get and I have to answer, you know. Or if something just comes across, like I have a great conversation with some 2 guys while I'm pumping gas, you know what I'm saying? Like I bring that up. I might have to do that. In those kind of situations, they won't even be like through my setup, okay? I might just do it on my phone while I'm driving down the street. I got the setup for that too, you know what I'm saying? But that'd be just, quick, slappy, slippy, go, you know? No editing, that kind of stuff. I actually prefer not to edit my videos too much or the radio broadcast too much. I just like to just go raw and just let what flies, you know what I'm saying? But so those kind of things you can expect, okay? But like I said, as time goes on, the show evolves and grows, and I would definitely take insight and advice from what you guys would like to hear. And also another thing too, if you are more advanced than me, always feel free to let me know if you disagree with me, okay? I try my best to not relay information that is incorrect. I also try my best to not actually put my own personal opinion in things unless I'm stating it as opinion and not as a fact. You know what I'm saying? So those are kind of important, okay? Because I will definitely give my observations from my own life, my personal life experiences, but there's definitely a disconnect between what's real and how I feel, okay? Huge difference there, okay? Oh man, so let me get to some of the meat here, because this is actually already getting longer. Because I told you I'm a little long-winded, all right? So how I got into the astrology game, all right? Way back in the days, okay, before COVID happened. I'm pre-COVID, you know what I'm saying? Pre-COVID, things that there actually was life that was fun, you know. But yeah, way back then, my boys hit me up. They're like, "Yo, Rick, we need you to come outside." You know what I'm saying? For what, man? It's late. Oh, because we trying to go to the club or the bar or something like that. So it was a little friendly friendly gathering. They wanted to come out. I don't really go out too often, like not in the back in the days. Just hit the bars all the time, playing pool and poker, all this stuff. No drinking though. Always DD. But back then though, I see my friend, these guys in a while. Like, yo, come on out, Rick. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while. Let's go. It's cracking. So I go out. You know, see what's up. There's a bunch of people there. And so, long story short, there was a girl there with everyone else. We're talking a little bit, not too much there, but things set up. Fast forwarding, I want to say 2, 3, 4 meetings after that. Okay, some point in time, she hit me with it. She got this book in her hand. She's like, "What's your sign?" I'm like, "What's my sign?" "Yeah, what's your sign?" "Oh, I'm an Aquarius." "What about it?" "Oh, by the way, Aquarius." Oh, I didn't even broadcast that yet. Yeah, I forgot that. Yo, so all this astrology stuff initially got me super hyped up. So I wanted to show the world how to express yourself through different means of flamboyant or subliminal, minimalistic styles of astrology gear. Okay, so I made a story about this stuff. Okay, HoFact.com, www.HoOFAQ.com, House of Aquarius. Okay, so well, wait, yeah, if you can't tell, see, I didn't drop the bomb yet until it's right there though. But the Aquarius, she got the sky in the back, got the colors. Oof, ooh, girl, you know what I'm saying? Stepping out like ooh, ooh, my superhero gear. I talk about that some other time, okay? I like rest. Going back to the story shit, I said to her, yeah, so I'm an Aquarius. So she flipped open the book, right? And she's like, Like we weren't talking for like about a minute or two. She's like, Oh my, oh, damn. She hit me for all these kind of words, like, yo, I want you to push off the table. Like, what was going on? So I'm feeling some kind of way, yo, let me see this book. You know what I'm saying? No, not right now. So after a while, I had to persuade her, you know what I'm saying? Put more on my Aquarius charm. And then she like, okay, here's the book. Read about yourself, right? So I'm going down, I get this book, like, give me this. Start reading here, reading some things. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh, huh? Like, in all honesty, I'm looking at reading these pages, reading this information about Aquarius, right? This is literally the first time. This is, like I said, a couple years ago. This is the first time I actually read anything about Aquarius stuff, because I never believed in the horoscope stuff, and no one really came around talking this astrology crap. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know anything about this. But as I'm reading this information from this woman wrote, like I said, first I was intrigued because some things were kind of like there, and then I was worried. I'm like, what is this? I don't know what's going on. And then I was actually upset. The reason why I was upset about this is because my entire life, I spent basically isolated from everyone else, not feeling ever part of any group, any team, anything out there, okay? Because no one knew me. No one knew anything about me. Even when I talked to people obviously showed me they didn't care, okay? No one understood me. But as I'm sitting there reading these pages, reading this information, okay? Someone knows something about me, okay? And I need to know why. How? Doesn't make any logical sense whatsoever, okay? This woman who wrote this book knew more about me than what I knew about me and what other people I imagine knew about me. You know what I'm saying? Blew my mind. Blew my mind. Ridiculous. And just for a record, okay? I'm a firm, adamant believer that everyone should check out who Joanne Martine Woolfolk is, okay? I'm holding up the only astrology book you'll ever need. Okay? Book changed my life. Okay? Everyone should get a copy of that, especially when you're just starting off. And even when you're not starting off, you know what I'm saying? Updated versions. This woman, okay, changed my life. She showed me that something new, something about me, okay? At the time I read a book, like the little section about Aquarius, that was maybe like a page and a half, 2 pages, whatever. But it was only like 82, 83% accurate to me at that time, okay? At the time, what was that? I was 27? 8? 9? 30. That range, 28, 29, 30, somewhere around there, okay? At the time I read this, that was only, like I said, like about 82, 83% me, okay? And after reading this, like I said, it tripped my mind. I've read a little bit more, I learned a little bit more about things. And then I felt a little more informed about me, about myself at that time. But then I stopped, okay? And then, lo and behold, time passes. That woman who showed me that book, okay? Now my wife. I get the book, I go back through her stuff later on, which is now our stuff. And I find the book again. Like a couple years later, I read it further, and now the same thing I read before, okay? That same section, and now it's like 93 to 94% me, okay? Time went on, I became more Aquarius than what I was aware of, okay? That surprised me. That really surprised me. That's when I started really diving into myself further. On a very icing of the cake level. Not cake, more icing level, okay? So I'm just still digging the first 1, 2, maybe, or the third, the big 3. That's it. This here, after that, I like, there's more to this. There's something really to this, okay? Then I said, more people need to know about this. That's when I started beginning the thoughts of the store popping up, you know what I'm saying? Because I always want to do something. I always wanted to help people some kind of way. More than what I had access to do at the time. And I felt this is a very helpful way. So the store thing, I was doing that a little bit, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't satisfying enough for me, okay? I had more of a drive. I always spent the last good part of a couple of years trying to figure out where to go with my energies, my powers, my strengths, you know? I was trying to do something entrepreneurial, which that never changed, okay? I'm definitely an entrepreneurial person. And if you can't see from that right there, the candy machine in the back, I got those too, you know what I'm saying? That's another one of my things I deal with. I have a couple of businesses, alright? But this astrology thing, the store thing is nice and great. I love doing it. I love making design, that kind of stuff. I love to hire out and get more designs happening more regularly. But that's not scratching my itch. Me helping people directly, okay? That was always been my biggest thing. Like, I was going to be a life coach too. Like, that was a nice little endeavor. I never fully committed to that because I was doing so many other things on the table. But that psychological, helping a friend out type thing, those are the kind of things that really intrigued me. And so that's why I'm here now. Because I know I can help people out. I can help a lot of people out with this. All you gotta do is give me a chance. Like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. You know, follow my content. I'm going to help some more people out. And that will make me ultimately happy, okay? That's number one thing, too, I didn't say back then. Was that time frame going from 82%, 82, 83% to 92% me, whatever, in that book, I became happier as a person, okay? Because I started doing more things that actually made me happy. innately. I wasn't aware that I was doing things that went against my natural thought process of how I should be doing things, okay? Like, number one thing, like, this started developing way a while back, before her in the book, was that assertiveness. That's the one thing that Aquarius are known for being, okay? After my first long-term relationship, me hitting the bars all the time with homies, that is when I started to become more assertive. My happiness started to grow. And then I found out that that was something that was always missing out of my life, because I was not assertive before. I was very passive, submissive, and reactive to things, okay? I can be that way still, but I tend not to be, okay? I'm more of a leader now, more of a game changer. And those kind of things that happen as time went on, had I known I should have been more like that before, that would have increased my confidence and my ability myself way sooner, okay? So that actually leads me back to my top 5 reasons why I believe you should be following me and or getting into astrology, okay? Because the self-awareness you gain, okay? You're going to learn things through astrology about yourself that you may or may not have been cognizant about, okay? Cognizant also means aware of, okay? In case you don't know. I use a lot of big words sometimes. That's what I say. I gotta do that. I gotta not do that sometimes. But being aware of what you have, or what's inside you, is something you need, okay? You need that. You cannot change something about you if you're not aware of it, okay? You cannot improve upon it if you're not aware of it either, okay? People may tell you things, but until you see it yourself, you don't actually fully grasp the concept of it, alright? And that's one of my biggest, like I said, top 5. Like, there's no actual numerical value to this, but that's one of the ones that is very important to me, okay? Was me being self-aware of myself. And which leads into number 2. When you know the things that you are capable of doing, you have the ability to improve upon the strengths that you currently have and make them better, okay? One thing that is very known for Aquarius is that we are social butterflies to some degree, okay? That's one thing I hid for a long time. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Very, very, very reclusive, very introverted, okay? And then I learned a little technique that I used that introvertedness for offense. It became very ambivertness. Ambivertist. It's not an actual word. I'm making it up right now. Ambivertist, okay? And when I started doing that also too made me much happier, okay? Much happier, okay? It's a strength that I have. And to the point to where I tell people that I'm introverted, and they call me a fucking liar. I'm like, yo, what up, grandma? You gotta call me a liar like that, dog. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is. And that was because I knew of what I could or couldn't do. I knew the things that these strengths that I have, I was able to amplify better, okay? Another one, which the flip side to that is, if you could work your strengths, you could also work your weaknesses. Now, weaknesses, those are something that are subjective, okay? Sometimes work your weaknesses may not always be in your best interest. You can diminish how weak it is, but you don't want to make it to a strength. You know, sometimes that's personal opinion about some things. Some things situational, very situational, okay? But sometimes it's better to cover the weakness with something else, so it is not being exposed, instead of putting a lot of energy and effort into developing a weakness into a strength, because that could be time consuming depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's going down the rabbit hole of jargons. But either way, that's the option you have. You can work your weakness. You can become aware of your weakness and turn it into a strength, okay? If that's what we chose to do. But now, these are the ones that really get me, okay? I actually had a list on my other notebook. I'm not even fake the front right now. I'm going to put it right here. Because I hit those 3 right there, which doesn't matter. But you can definitely learn how to properly do a relationships better, okay? I've said this before a little bit, but this is the sale. This is the pitch, okay? You want to platonic. What's the word looking for that? Platonic relationships, intimate. There we go. Intimate relationships, okay? Those kind of things. Like those are the kind of things that you can work on. You can approach from a different outlet, okay? Like me personally, like I said, I was helping people for years, okay? For years. Like after I went single from the first long-term relationship, I spent nothing but like 6 years just helping people out. Mostly women, because women are open to ask for help than guys are, okay? But going down that route, I was able to help a lot of people with their problems. I love that shit. Love that shit, okay? That's why I was intrigued in doing the life coaching thing. But then I don't really want to coach people through the life, but I help people get through the problems. That's kind of why I think life coach. But yeah, being able to properly assess and deal with a relationship that you want in your life to happen, or you learn how to cut it off or let it go. That's one thing that you can do very well. When you know that your Aries Sag Pisces combo doesn't work too well against their Cancer Scorpio combo, you know why. You can understand where the conflicts are going to happen because of how people are and how these signs currently are, so you know what they're more prone to be like, so you can not pander to those sides, but you can put things in a more reasonable bracket for how to attack them or present things to them, so they understand the picture's going on, okay? I'm trying not to find the right words down to, what do you call that word? Manipulative, which is actually a key trait in Aquarius, okay? Which, that's another thing I'm going to attack too. Every sign has good and bad traits, qualities, okay? But it's all depends how you use it, okay? With great power comes great responsibility. Never forget that term, okay? Ben Parker, 1982. Whatever he said that, okay? That is very, very true. And being able to save or better your relationship is an amazing thing. Like I said, that goes from employee to boss, boss to employee, friend to friend, lover to lover, whatever it is. Because actually, like right now, that's one thing that me rediving into this stuff here, so rediving deeper into astrology, I've been opening up my wife again to her information. And now I have a better understanding of why we butt heads at times. Or when I do certain things, or how I say certain things, why I take things a certain kind of way. And like these small things, like the best analogy I can give for this is like watching a boxer. You want to go for one of the best ever TBE, Floyd Mayweather? If you know anything about boxing, you know he is a very slick boxer. Love him or hate him, okay? He knows how to conserve his energy, conserve his space, and hit you from the most appropriate area, okay? Or like, yeah, even better, like a swimmer. Like back in the days, I would have, on my other channel, G-Spot, did I do this story? I think I did. About me swimming at the Y with old white people. Which, oh my goodness, the old white people, they were surprised I was there, a black guy swimming, okay? But, and actually be able to swim. Yo, I almost drowned a couple times there. But I finally got it. But the point being though, like I would be in a pool for, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that, give or take. Going hard like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the paint. I was going hard in that. And they were just seamlessly just flowing like dolphins and shit, Fucking every now and then come out through with a you know what I'm saying? Fucking trip me out. And the whole time they would be in before I get there. Hey, yo, what up, Rick? While they're swimming and shit. I do my couple laps, you know what I'm saying? I get out, they're later, Rick, and they're still going. Same speed, same consistency. These are old white people too. Like old, like fucking like between 52 to 79, okay? And they were just stroking it, dog. Oh my goodness. Made me jealous as shit. At the time, I was going for trying to build my lung capacity up for boxing. Another day, another story. But yeah, that's the best way to say it. They were being really efficient with the strokes, the movement, and that's the same way you could be as well too, with the little intricacies of the relationships. We know information. Like I said, that's what I'm doing right now with my wife. Cleaning things up in a small way. Okay, it's like instead of me using that big old broom, I have the little tweezers picking things up. That's what those small things are doing. Okay. And the reason I do it because I love my wife. You know what I'm saying? I like to understand why. That's one thing I've always been a big problem, a why person. I don't know if that's truly a full Aquarius thing, but I know this is definitely a Scorpio thing, which I have a Scorpio in me too. Another hint, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I hit enough. I hit the other four, so I'm at the main one. This is actually same thing. Still relationships, like I said. I'm not hitting the love part too much. We'll go through that in more detail as time goes on, but this is a critical one. This one is vital for me, okay? With astrology, with the updatedness and how current things are, and the ease of access to getting information for astrology for people past 1999, I think it is. For your kids. This is vital. This one is super vital for me, okay? You have no idea how much time you can save if you know what to expect from your kids as they go through maturity and, in their age, okay? And know the kind of things that they are more likely to like because of how they are and who they are, okay? But you can see this shit right there inside the birth chart, okay? The natal chart, birth chart, whichever you want to call it. We do get to that too later. And the information alone, like that helps me understand my son better, okay? Because when I just talk to my friend, I work third shift at work this morning, and I was saying that to her that my oldest son thought nothing of this pre-astrology, okay? I was thinking that he was just like me, like a little Ricky, you know what I'm saying? Like personality wise, and he would do things similar to how I am, how I was. Come to find out that wasn't the case. As he got older, I was trying to push off more the ways of how I would do things and mannerisms for myself off onto him. Expect him to be grabbing that and eating that shit right up, okay? Yes, I'm his parent, I can force things upon him, but that's the kind of person I am. First off, I'm not a forcer of anything. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's time to fight, you know what I'm saying? You can force this fist down the throat, you know what I'm saying? This knee in the face, those kind of things. But I never wanted my parents to be restrictive or constrictive of me. And I would never force that upon my kids, okay? All it is turn things away and make things go sour. I'm a very, very laid back parent. My kid knows though, he fucks up though. If he does something wrong, he's gonna pay to some degree. But aside from that, live your life, kid. Do what I need you to do. Live your life, okay? Like I said, going back off that little jargon, that I learned more about my son because of astrology. Like I was able to immediately apply that to my thought process, okay? Once I dove into it, okay? I mean dive into it. Just this is surface level, like top, this the icing part, okay? He is a Pisces. I'm an Aquarius, okay? Those two alone, okay? Easily, I have great energy with Pisces people. My dad is Pisces too, okay? But just those two things right there, he has a much stronger emphasis on needing friends in his life, okay? Like, compared to me, I had friends to some degree, but I didn't care about them. Like, if they were there or not there, talking to me, not talking to me. If I was in class and everyone's over there playing fun, I could be against the wall and be completely okay. Whereas not my son. He was not that way. And he would come home talking and crying to me about how things happened or how his friend didn't want to give him a handshake or whatever. Or like all through the different ages, okay? Those kind of things. Those kind of things matter. And me understanding what kind of person he is, I had to give him more human interaction, psychological, behavioral stuff, okay? Human behavior, antics and strategies, and that kind of stuff, okay? And then when I started doing that kind of stuff, it became a lot easier for him to make friends and keep things, and he had less stress that way. Usually two got a certain age and things change, but like I said, that helped a bunch. I have another one who's 3.5 right now, little Virgo, okay? I already know some things to expect from him, and I'm going to deal with those as he goes through these ages, okay? And thus help. And that's, I think it's critical, okay? Because as parents, it's our job to make sure we guide our children down the right path in life, okay? Critical, okay? And the one thing that I always hated was that, I mean, unless you're making yourself like a little gymnast or the next like top 5 basketball players in the world, and force them down these kind of lifestyle for that stuff, because it's a little different, okay? Especially if your family's already and that kind of stuff. If you're not though, you try to force kind of stuff into them, you might make your kid hate themselves, because that is definitely not what they want to do, or what they would ever push themselves towards. Like me growing up, I'm guessing because I was black and I was tall for a kid, okay? They put me in basketball. They pushed me to basketball, okay? Basketball wasn't my thing whatsoever. I'm not a team player. Never been a team player. I can act on a team, but I'm a better shooter in the leadership role, but I didn't like or care for basketball. So my dad knew a little bit of astrology at the time. He could not put me in that. Or like football. Same thing with that too. Didn't want to do that shit either. I wanted to do it only because my friends wanted to do it, but that wasn't a calling for me. You know what I'm saying? But yo, this is hitting super late. Extra long for my first episode, okay? That was a part of the plan. Like I said, I'm so sorry. I get a little long-winded, okay? These stories need to be addressed and said. I need you guys to understand who I am, what I'm doing with this. Finishing up, okay? Like I said, Ricky Wallace, Mak3awish. I'm going to make sure you guys get there. Find your happiness better in your life, okay? That is my purpose of this podcast. I want you guys to find your happiness and share the happiness with other people, okay? Share the information so that we all can be happier overall. Because even though I don't know you, you listen to my information, taking my words in, makes me care about you. You are now one of my friends. That's actually the reason why you see me moving around and shit like that. I'm a very animated person, okay? I only do this when I'm talking with my friends and when I feel like information has to be out. And you guys are now part of my crew. You know what I'm saying? You're not part of my G unit, my G Spot crew. That's my other channel. But you're about my House of Aquarius crew, which that is the other half of the wise. It's House of Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? So, all that extra jargon being said, I thank you for your time. Like, share, subscribe, stick around for more content. You're going to love this. This is going to be a ride, okay? I am committed to making sure that I can help more people out with this, okay? You might not get to this part. I mean, just like I said, I do a lot of talk. If you made this far in the podcast, yo, give yourself a pat on the back. You earn yourself 2 brownies, okay? The rest of the stuff isn't going to be this long. Probably not. But things need to be said. And I feel good. I feel great. We're going to have a nice little journey, okay? You're going to laugh. You're going to learn. We're going to have a good old time. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. What's that? My catchphrase? It's been a while since I said that. I used to like had this tattooed on my tramp stamp right there. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't read it, but it was there. Be you. That was the first and probably the last one I need for my store. I love that. I want you guys to be you. Okay? Know who you are. Know how your children are. Know how your family are. But make sure you be you. That was a struggle I always had with my entire life. And with astrology, I find out who I am. And boy, oh boy, the world was not ready for who I was. Oh man. But yeah, let's just stick around. Episode 2. Actually, this one, unfortunately, I was hoping to have this out for March 21st, the beginning of every season. That was my calendar, but sickness and stuff like that got in the way. I was sounding kind of like crap too, so couldn't come here sounding like Patty and Selma with the raspy voice, shit like that. But yeah, all that just being said, this podcast typically won't be this long. It's gonna be really informative. I hope you guys enjoy the ride. Okay. I'm gonna have music too. Music at the front, music at the back, maybe too. I don't know. I thought about this for a while, but this is a one-man show. I'm developing things as I go along. And you let me know, guys, what you want to know. Let me know in the comments below what you want me to add to this show or what you want to talk about, okay? Because I'm going to talk about this stuff. Whatever you guys got, like I said, weekly, minimum, once a week. We'll talk, okay? Let me know what you guys want to hear. I'll answer questions for you. But even though, like I said, I'm not a deep, detailed astrologer, I can easily help people out with what I have right now. Set the right path. And as I keep going down this path of further enlightenment, it's to become much more informational, okay? And then I might be able to do like what? Those readings, that kind of stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna go that route because I'm not really the clairvoyant type in this situation, but we'll see what happens. We have a lot of growing to do, and a lot of people I need to help, okay? So, if you're that person that's going to be helped, fantastic. If not that person, great, let me know. Give it to someone else. We take it from there. We'll talk more, okay? Stay classy, my friends. Be you.